Even though, so since we're in a deep discount zone area already, I'm not looking to, I'm not looking for short continuation. And I'm looking at the 4 hour chart here. We're already in a discount area here, right? So us being in this discount PDRA, I'm not looking for continuation on shorts. I wanted us to come out here and take out previous week low, get a sweep of previous week low, and I want to look for loans back to midnight open. So if I go to the 15-minute chart, you can see us trading in this 4 hour order, bullish order block, getting ready to take that out. We actually swept that a little bit, and we're looking to be able to take out previous week low. I want to see us start forming some level of support here, and then look for a breakout back to midnight open. That's the trade that I'm looking for on today. So if you were able to see what we showed within that liquidity sweep, let's see if that plays itself out along with us being able to get this setup here. Look at this setup. So you're looking for loans back above midnight open. And that happens 69% of the time. If you're a person who like to round it up, you can round it up. But that's just what I have my eyes set on for today. I don't know which account do we trade today. I'm just not sure. So right now we're just exercising some patience here. I really see no reason to engage as of yet. Let's take a look at YM. Oh wow, look at YM getting ready to recover already. Crazy move on YM this morning on the Dow. Pretty interesting, right? So if the Dow went on ahead and taking off, that means that the market could possibly be turning because we're in this discount zone. So let's go back to MES, and we're on our 2-minute chart. Let's see. Do we have a little bit of patience here? Okay, I like this displacement. So we're just a little bit focused here. I really do think because of the type of day it is, and because we have this bearish momentum happening right now, like, look, a lot of people probably would have got caught up in taking this long here because it was such strong displacement, right? Look at that. See on the 1 hour, I mean on the 1 minute, you got faked out, price pulls all the way back. Now, I would say the rookie version of myself would have definitely tried to take longs there. Okay, I need to log right back into my account. Okay, so Tradeovate is down. Wow, so Tradeovate is down currently right now. So we possibly won't be able to trade today. Here, let's see if it's happening inside of Tradeovate itself. No, I could actually log into Tradeovate, but I can't log in on TradingView to be able to show you my executions. Okay, well that sucks. That sucks. We're starting to have some form of support here.
Order filled.
Let's take a shot at this. I wish I could show you all the executions on this. At 74, 847. $74, 8. What was it? 74.87. 75. Okay, there we go. So this is the trade that I'm currently in. What I'm looking for is us to be able to take this back towards midnight open. A little bit here. Above this, probably I'll say probably slightly below. If we come here, slightly below this order block, so I would say this area right about here. It's kind of where we'll probably take off 50% of our position here, or probably 70% of our position here, 80%, maybe leave 20% of our position open towards midnight open, and possibly look for continuation after that. Something that we'll be paying attention to. So we're back above VWAP here. If you're looking at this on a 1 minute chart, we're back above VWAP. Let's take a look at it on a 5 minute so you can just see kind of how strong this is here. What do our statistics say when we trade this? I gave out some statistics earlier, and I told you, I said, hey, 70% of the time, right? If you, being a new level trader, this is the data that you get, right? When you get this type of data, this is what have you at a new level within your trading. When we're below midnight open, 69% of your loans can succeed back to midnight open. When you're below midnight open. Now, when you are above midnight open and you're looking for shorts, but we don't. Now, one thing I want you to understand, midnight open is not a key level, okay? Don't take this as it being a key level, because it's not. But just understand the importance of it and why I always use it to mark out every single trade, every single day on my chart, to know if we are above or below. We are first buyers, right, with this trade here. We could have waited for a little bit more confirmation. But we're in, and we have a pretty much idea and a target point. If I could go ahead and change this so that you could be able to see what I'm talking about. We have a little bit of a target point of what I'm looking for in this trade here. It's not about being greedy. It's not about us, looking for a 4RR on this trade, right? It's not going to be too big, but we want to be a little bit patient and take profits where we have opportunity to take profits. I don't think this will be our only trade for today. That's at around 75.10. So 75.10, that's where we're looking to take off at least 80% of our position off the table. And I hate that Tradeovate is still down. Let's see if it's still down. Yeah, Tradeovate is still down, guys. So I can't show you my execution, but I did show you my exact entry point here at 74.8750 is my exact entry point, and where I'm taking 80% off of my position will be at 75.10.25. 75.10.25, I'll be taking 80% off of my position. So I'm treating this just as if I was trading like how we traded gold on last night. I am so sorry, y'all. I'm still showing you all this. I was so focused on the trade, but I'm treating this the same way that we were trading gold, right, on last night. But I didn't go live trading gold. But when I was trading gold on last night, I did not want to be greedy at all, period. I had opportunities to take major profits off the table on gold last night. And I was not trying to be greedy, like I said, but how that trade played itself out, it was like, hey, man, I'm just going to have to allow this to be what it is, When you go up 1,200 and you're up like that on the trade, not all the time are you going to be at that point. You should just start like taking profits off the table, especially if you know that price is in an area where it's heavy sellers involved. Just go ahead and take profits off the table. See, look at this long here. We are approaching our first initial TP at 75.10.25. You see we're getting rejected there just a little bit around 75.08.20. Let's see if we could get a push past 75.08.20. I'm gonna drop down to a lower time frame so you can all be able to see what I'm looking at. So 75.08.20 is where we're getting rejected, but I want 75.10.25 is what we have as our first initial TP, and we're going to leave 20% of that position open. So let's see if we can continue to push past that. That's what I'm looking for. When you have this higher percentage, like I was saying, 70% of the time, 69% of the time to be exact, right? You can take this above midnight open. First initial TP finna hit. Let's see if we could get above this level so we could go ahead and take 80% off of our position here. The highest we got was 75.09.25. Let's see if we could get a little bit higher than that. Go ahead and get a nice expansion past this level here. I'm gonna go ahead and move my stop into profit, probably a little bit below, above VWAP. So my stop is a little bit above VWAP. I'm right here at, if you want to know, that's 74.95. 74.95. I'll go ahead and mark that out for you on the charts here, so you'll be able to see that. So we're at 74.95. 74.95. Boom. That's where we are. So we have locked in profits here. We're at 74.95. We just got filled and took 80% of our position off the table, leaving that other 20% to be able to come right here above midnight open if we're able to get continuation to push past that. So Jeremy, where is midnight open? Look, right here. We got 20% left on the table to be able to make it here on the trade, leaving that runner, right? We got about 2 minutes and 15 seconds until this 15-minute candle close, but we are leaving 2 runners on the table. So we're still locking in on the trade. So those of you who want to see, I don't know, let's see if TradingView is back up. I really hate that we can't show any executions on this right now, but it is what it is when it comes to that. So this is where we're getting that sweep right here. This was a nice sweep and draw on liquidity right here. And look, we talked about this morning. Those of you who was with me this morning in pre-market, I talked about this a little bit this morning in pre-market, right?
Order filled. Order filled.
And what we talked about was I had took another 10% off my position. Those of you who wanted to know what was happening and taking place there. And changed our stop, right? So we changed our stop to 75.08 in real time. So I want to show you all this in real time because I am managing this trade while I'm trying to help you all out too at the same time. So 75.08. Here we go. So we have locked in profits here at 75.08 and taking off look at that push right there. Back towards midnight open is what we like right here. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. What did we say? Let's get a little bit above so we could hit midnight open and crack right above midnight open. If we could sweep midnight open, that's our final TP on the trade. Come on. Show yourself strong.
Order filled.
We went on ahead and snagged out a little bit more profits off of that. We have one contract remaining. We'll leave that one contract remaining at 75.20. Past 75.24 is what we want. $75.24. I'll give you the exact 50. 75.24.50. 75.24.50. So what just happened on today? What did I give you on today? I showed you, I gave you data saying, hey, 70% of the time when we're trading below midnight open around this type of point here, 70% of the time we trade back above midnight open. I gave you data. Not only did I give you the data, what also did I give you? I gave you an example of a liquidity sweep, right? Well, in this case, we did not have a liquidity sweep per se. What we formed was a same pattern of what we saw earlier in the week that we kind of missed, and that was the double bottom, right? So we got the double bottom again, and we was able to enter into the trade on the double bottom, and we traded right back above where we're trading literally right up to midnight open, where we have one contract remaining to be able to take out 75.24.25 as the last target. So this was a beautiful trade. For those of you who was able to be with me in order to take it. So we're moving our profit target again into 75.13. So 75.13. And we're finna get that break above midnight open right here.
Order filled.
There we go. That's the trade for us. We're now out of the trade. Beautiful day.